Alright, hey guys, what's going on? Insidious Swede back again here with another YouTube video. And today, as you can see, I am doing another manga collection video. It's been not quite 11 months since I made my first collection video where I had 227 volumes. And the quality really isn't up to par with my videos nowadays because I bought a new camera since then. So now I'm here to show you guys off my collection of right around 700 volumes of manga. So I almost tripled my collection in less than 11 months. So I've been doing a lot of buying, obviously. But yeah, so I can't wait to do this for you guys. And yeah, so I'm going to do a jump cut here. I'm going to show you guys some manga that isn't on these two bookshelves because they're just not going to fit. And then once I show those off, I'm going to get onto the bookshelves. So yeah, let's get into it. Here I kind of have some manga in storage, and that's only really because this is manga that I don't really care about that much for one reason or another. So right here off the bat, you can see that I have Drifting Classroom. That's 1 to 7. And then in these Adidas boxes I have, you can see right here I have the 3-in-1 Naruto. That's 1 to 21. I have duplicates of 59, 57, 56, and 48, and then the rest of the Drifting Classroom series. You know, I want to replace these 3-in-1 edition Narutos with, you know, the standalone volumes. And Drifting Classroom just was never a series that I cared for, so I figured I would just throw it in storage like I have right here. And then in the other box, let's see what we got in here. Here you have a ton of stuff. We have, you know, Tiger and Bunny, 1 and 2, didn't like that. Ghost in the Shell, you know, don't really have any space for it, so I just kind of threw it in here. Jack Frost, hopefully you can see this. Alright, I'm going to actually scroll in a little bit here. Ralgrad, Uzumaki 1, 2, 3, that's the complete series of Uzumaki. Video Girl AI, didn't like that much. Fairy Tail, and for those of you that have watched my previous videos, you know that I am really not a fan of Fairy Tail, so I have it in here for now. Maybe I'll put it back on a new shelf when I get around to buying one. Dragonhead 1 and 4, number 6, 1 and 2, the 3-in-1 of the Gray Man, Bakuman, that's a double of number 1, and then Shaman King 1, 4, and 6, those are all doubles, and then also a double of volume 53 of Naruto. So yeah, this is just kind of an overview of the manga that, for one reason or another, I'm not putting on my shelf. Figured I would show that off to you guys first, and then I'll jump now to one more section where I have a little manga, and then I'll get to my bookshelves. So I'll do a jump cut right here, guys, and I'll be right back. Alright, hey guys, so down here really quick on the bottom of where my TV is, up there, you can see I just have Naruto volumes 22 to 51. This is the Naruto that I've already read through, so I just don't have it on my main bookshelves. And then also Parasite Volume 1 and Pandora Hearts Volumes 1 and 2. Kind of stuck those there so it would, you know, remain sturdy. Otherwise there'd be a big gap here and they'd be falling over all the time. And then down right below there I have Bleach Volumes 1. It goes all the way back there, and then 32 to 49. And that is a Bleach that I've all currently read. So the main reason why these aren't on my main bookshelves is just because I've already read through them all. And until I get some more shelving space, I'm just going to keep them down here. But yeah, now finally on to the main bookshelves, guys. Alright guys, now on to the bookshelves, finally. Just starting off here with this one, I'm going to go right up top here first. And starting off, as you can see, I have Dragon Ball Volumes 13 to 16. And I have those really only because I still am missing the Volume 5 Visbig of Dragon Ball, and then just Dragon Ball Z 1 to 5, just keeping those around because I like the way they look. But I do have Visbig number 1 for Dragon Ball Z. And then here I have Vagabond. These are volumes 30 to 32. Don't really know why I'm hanging on to these. I originally was planning on buying all the volumes of Vagabond, not just the Visbig editions, but I don't know if I'll do that now. But this cover is really nice, so I have it up here for display purposes. And then of course you gotta have Monster, and a little bit of regret with the $40 volumes that I'm buying, but it's now getting reprinted, and so this is just going to be a nice display piece for now. Don't know if I'll try to get all of these or just buy the reprints, but probably the latter. And then down here on the first shelf, as you can see right off the bat, we have Vagabond. This is Visbig 1 to 10, and it's volumes 1 to 30 if I was buying them in the standard volumes. But really happy to have this. I've stopped reading Vagabond because I want it to finish in Japan, then print in America, and then I'm going to go back to the beginning and then read through the whole series. But yeah, nice scrolling art cover there on these spines. And that's going to move us into Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. In my opinion, after reading both, a staple for any manga collection. And if you're looking into reading manga, I recommend definitely starting off with Dragon Ball for most people. This is absolutely fantastic. Both these series are, and you know, really happy to have those. Obviously, I am missing the 5th Visbig for Dragon Ball, but definitely going to get that soon. Alright, moving down here, first off, right off the bat, we have Dragon Ball Full Color Edition. Picked this up quite a while ago now, and I am absolutely in love with seeing Dragon Ball in color like this. You know, didn't watch the anime, don't know if I will, though I'm definitely considering it, but you know, looking at something like this just makes me remember how much. Let's take that right there, nice little shot, hold up. Let's get back to it. Where'd it go? There it is. I mean, this is why I love comics, and just to see manga in full color like that, really fantastic. And personally, I'd recommend it for any of you who are real die-hard fans of Dragon Ball. So, absolutely fantastic to have the full color edition of Dragon Ball. And this is Dragon Ball Z, by the way, not the original. Next, we have Mobile Suit Gundam 1 to 4, probably the best well-made volumes of manga, as you can see here. Just the nice, sleek finish and the beautiful glossy pages. Absolutely fantastic. Really happy to have these, and I need to pick up, I think even number 6 now is out, so I got a little catching up to do on Mobile Suit Gundam. Alright, next here we have Pluto 1 to 8, that's a complete series. Boku no Hours 1 to 5. Gonna hold off on buying any more Boku no Hours, or not hold off, but I'm gonna wait for it to completely release before I go and read any of it. I'm not too sure if the final volume has released yet, but when it does, I will look into finally buying the rest and then reading it. Here, we just have After School Charisma 1 to 3, and then Biomega 1. Don't really know when I will be reading these series, but I am happy to have them for the collection. And then, of course, right over here you have to have Blade of the Immortal. Absolutely fantastic series, or so I've heard. I took a bit of a gamble buying so many volumes for a series that I really hadn't gotten into that much. I've read volumes 1 and 2. I haven't really enjoyed it that much, but I'm holding out hope that it gets a lot better. So yeah, definitely gonna read that one soon. And then still looking to buy the rest of 20th Century Boys. I still only have 1 to 12, but it's a series that I cannot wait to get into. You know, Naoki Urasawa does some fantastic stuff, so I'm really looking forward to getting into 20th Century Boys. Alright, jumping down here, we have Vinland Saga 1 to 3, Ikigami 1 and 2. Read Volume 1 of Ikigami. Found the concept interesting, though I'm a little put off by the fact that they're kind of all just their own independent stories, what I've heard from other YouTubers. So I don't know when I'll be buying any more of Ikigami. Not to say that I won't, just it's not really high on my list. Lone Wolf and Cub, the omnibuses, waiting for that to completely come out in omnibus form so I can start reading it. Flowers of Evil, read all of 1 to 9, have volume 10 coming in the mail still. I didn't pre-order volume 10. But yeah, 1 to 6 of Flowers of Evil, really good. Really weird. And then 7, 8, and 9 kind of got off track in my opinion, but it's still a very solid series to check out if you like kind of weird stories, you know, about adolescence and stuff like that. It's quite interesting. If you've read it, you know what I mean. And then we have Deadland Wonderland. Oh, I'm slurring my words now. Dead Man Wonderland. Not much to say about this because I haven't read it, but you know the covers look fantastic on these, and it's a series that I'm definitely intrigued on getting into. Just haven't dived in yet. Hunter x Hunter. Small collection for me for Hunter x Hunter. Just volumes 1 to 8 and 14. Don't know when I'll be reading this. I do plan on reading it eventually, but I have other stuff that I'd rather get into first because I know this is going to be taking up a lot of my time. And then just here we have Naruto Rise of the Yokai Clan, Siren, and Siren obviously now has been finished for a while, so that's definitely a series that I'm looking to buy soon to read through. And then kind of a random short story, Tropic of the Sea. Haven't read it yet. Don't know when I will, but I am happy to have it for the collection. Alright, next we have Claymore 1 to 14, Toriko 1 to 5, and Blue Exorcist 1 to 7. Not much to say about those because I haven't read any of them yet, but honestly these are 3 series that I really am happy to have. I really want to get into. I'm going to need to set aside some time to do that. And then Gantz, the definition of mediocrity. Not a huge fan of Gantz. I've read up to volume 13 here because I have 14 on are sealed, and it's alright. I wouldn't recommend it to any of you guys that aren't a huge fans of seinen manga, but it's alright. I'm a fan of Dark Horse manga, and yeah. Next over here we have Yugi of Zexal 1 to 3, and then volume 4, and then Dendeki Daisy volumes 1 to 14. I've read up to 13, and I mentioned this previously. It's a pretty good series. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but I'm happy with it, and I'm definitely going to read to the end. And then Eyes, really great series. Eyes, absolutely fantastic. I had it on my top 10 manga, though that list is looking very different now than it did back then, but no, still a fantastic series. The drawing in here is beautiful, and I like the whole concept of Eyes, and yeah, really good. And then down here we have Akira Volume 1. I know that I need to buy more Akira, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet, and I do have a little bit of empty space on this shelf, but yeah, but that is the end for this one shelf right here, guys. As you can see, we have this one, and I'm gonna cut off the video here because my SIM card isn't taking all of this video footage, so I'm gonna jump right over here to shelf number 2, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, now on to bookshelf number 2. Let's get into it. Right up top here you can see we have Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, Doubt Volume 1, and Phoenix Volume 2. Just have this up here because it's not going to fit on the regular bookshelf, and just kind of 2 random volumes I just threw up top. And down here on the first shelf you can see we have the Bleach I haven't read, so that's volumes 50 to 60. The Naruto I haven't read, that's 52 to 65 with an extra volume of 52 up there. And then 34 to 45 of One Piece, 34 to 55 of One Piece. And I'm missing obviously the One Piece that I have already read. And I didn't show that in any previous part, and that's because it's a little too hard to dig out right now. And actually I'm pretty sure I'm farther up in the Water 7 arc. I think I'm right around here, but my bookmark fell out, so I'm not too sure on where I am exactly. So I just kind of have all of the Water 7 arc on my shelf. And then moving on over here we have Sequoia volumes 1 to 3, Attack on Titan Before the Fall volume 1, and in my opinion, even though I haven't read this yet, I definitely think that the art for Attack on Titan Before the Fall is a lot better than the art in the standard Attack on Titan series. Obviously, the regular Attack on Titan series is pretty epic. Down here you can see I have volumes 1 to 12. But the art, I don't know, in some points it's a little iffy, but the story, absolutely fantastic, and you know, it's really epic in manga form, and if I ever do get around to buying anime, Attack on Titan's top of the list, because it's so badass just being drawn, so I can't even imagine what it'd be like to see it with CGI in full color. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm considering on doing as far as anime-wise. But yeah, Attack on Titan, the manga, fantastic series. Next here we have Magi 1 to 6, and then of course you have to have Slam Dunk 1 to 31. If you guys are at all curious on my opinions of Slam Dunk, I have done a manga review for it, so that will be down there in the description. And then over here we have Concocted Picasso, the same person who did No Longer Human. It's an interesting series. See the art in here. I don't know, the art, in my opinion, is a little off-putting, especially here. It's find a good example. Well, actually, I can really show you the cover. This guy's face, he's supposed to be a guy, but in many cases, he kind of looks like a girl. Like, there's an example. Like, his lips just kind of make him look weird. But this is a series that I wanted to check out, mainly because it's done by the same guy who did No Longer Human. But yeah, so again, Concocted Picasso 1-3, and that is a complete series. Alright, jumping down here, Batum 1-6. I've read Volume 1 only so far. It's an alright series, but you can't judge a manga series off of the first volume. So I'm definitely going to be reading more of this. And then UQ Holder Volume 1 and Seraph of the End Volume 1. Don't really know when I'll be getting around to reading either of these, but they are definitely interesting series, I think, and I really kind of just bought them to support the manga industry. But in all honesty, it's going to be a while before I read one of these. Next we have Higurashi When They Cry 1-8. I've read only the first two, and if you guys have watched my other videos, you know I am not a big fan of Higurashi When They Cry, but I need to read more of it still. But that, again, is so far down the list that I have no idea when I'll get to it. Of course, you have to have Death Note 1-12 and also the How to Read. Other than Dragon Ball, I'd say if you're just getting into manga, read Death Note, because it's cheaper than buying, 31 volumes of another series. It's only 12. The story's fantastic, and it's going to lead you into a habit that's going to cost a lot of money, because for me, Death Note was a series that really got me into manga. And then, of course, done by the same creators, you have Bakuman 1-20, a complete series. Another great story, slice of life manga, absolutely fantastic. And in both of these, there's going to be a lot more talking than in something like Naruto. So if you're looking for a really in-depth story, Bakuman or Death Note, definitely the way to go. And then randomly I have Bloody Monday 1-2 just because they fit on the shelf here. Haven't read it yet, and I don't know when I will. Alright, down here we have Berserk 1-20. These are all still sealed, so I haven't read Berserk yet. Probably going to hold off until Berserk finishes up, so then I can read it all in one go and experience it like that. One series that I'm highly anticipating, because I really cannot wait to get into Berserk. It looks absolutely fantastic, and the reviews I've watched on it are just, praising it up the ass, so something that I'm really pumped for is Berserk. Drifters 1-2. Hard to get into a series like Drifters. It only releases one volume a year, but I will continue to buy it. And then here we have the No Longer Human, what I was talking about. This is a great story. If you're a fan of Satan, if you're a fan of, stuff kind of like, I hate to say Vagabond, but kind of like that, just, really dark stuff about people, it's a really great series. I was absolutely amazed when I got into reading this. It's really short, only 3 volumes, but yeah, definitely something I'd recommend. Next, we have Battle Royale Volume 1, not much to say about that. Same thing with 7 Deadly Sins, Volumes 1 and 2, and Oh Parts Hunter. Don't know when I'll be reading Oh Parts Hunter. Looks interesting. It has finished, so that might be a little more incentive to read it, because I can get an ending for it. And Case Closed, guys, I know you've been telling me to read it. I want to, but I just don't know when I'll get around to it. And then Devils and Realist. But over here, we have Blood Lad 1-4. Great series. Really enjoyed it. I've only read the first 2 volumes, but I'm really enjoying it so far. And yeah, check it out. Next, we have Sankareya 1-3, Hikaru no Go 1-3, and Kimi ni Doke 1-3. Haven't read any of these series yet. These are ones, though, I am anticipating, just haven't gone around to it yet. Alright, final shelf, we have Shaman King 1-32, with the exception of 17 here. You can see I'm missing. But yeah, Shaman King, pretty good series. I'm up to volume 14. I haven't obviously read enough of it to completely, get an opinion on the series, but it's pretty good so far. I've enjoyed what I've read, and yeah. And then last but not least, we have Ice Shield 21. We have volumes 1-21 down here, and then we have 22-25, missing 27. That's the out-of-print volume that's really expensive. Or 22-26. missing 27 because it's really expensive, 28 to 30, and then 31 to 37, and that finishes off the manga. I think I've read up to like 16 or 17, and I've kind of gotten burnout on Ice Shield 21. I bought it because I'm a huge fan of football, but yeah, I don't know when I'm going back to finish Ice Shield. But yeah, that's my collection, guys. I'm gonna get back up, do one more overview. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is like my third or fourth take on the video, so this video is probably going to be like 20 minutes long, so imagine how long I've spent filming my collection. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and a favorite. You know, comment if you have any questions on anything I showed you guys today. But anyways, guys, I'm in City Swede. Thank you for watching, and take care. Bye.